Well, howdy diddly dandy there, chums. 'Tis I, Captain of the Steves, and today, chums, for you guys in the viewerverse, I want to talk about the plays element of my channel for 2026. So yeah, there's 3 elements to my channel. I do vlogs, plays, and talks, hence why my channel is called Captain Steve VPT. So today I want to talk about the games that I'm hoping to bring to my channel throughout 2026. That's if they appear. I mean, some of these had release dates of coming soon, and that was a couple of years ago. So, you know, hopefully they are coming soon, and hopefully they'll be coming to my channel in 2026. So let's jump on over firstly to the games that I would like to pick up and play on Steam. So here you go. Here's my Steam wish list. Now, I think all of you know Light No Fire. Light No Fire is a game that doesn't really need too much of an introduction. It's by Hello Games. It's going to be a multi-world RPG type affair. I mean, if I click into this, you're going to see the trailer playing up here. I'll just give that a bit of a mute and make it full screen. So this is one of the games that I would like to play. Here you go. I'll jump off the screen a little bit and talk about it a little bit more. So all players are going to be on an Earth-sized planet. And this Earth-sized planet is going to allow you to build your own bases, traverse using like dragon mounts or little pigeons and birds and all sorts of other whimsical creatures. It looks quite awesome when it comes to a fantasy game. Now, I do like playing fantasy games, sci-fi games. I'm not so much into real worldy games, but this has definitely taken inspiration from like a medieval untouched Earth. Well, you can see that in some of the actual characters and stuff, and a fantasy Earth at that as well, which it also states inside the trailer. It comes up in big text across the screen. But you've got to admit, this one does look very intriguing. What we don't really know is what the game narrative is, what the game objective is. Are we all working towards a goal, or is this just live out your fantasies on a fantasy-sized planet and it's a sandbox? Is there a giant enemy like Venger from Dungeons and Dragons? I mean, we do see this giant iron golem wake up and come to life. There's a lot that's quite tantalizing about this, but we need to understand more. And understand, I mean, this is from the makers of No Man's Sky, a game where multiplayer was kind of secondary. This looks like it's multiplayer up front from the start, and hopefully it's going to be a little bit more quest and mission driven, because at the moment the quests and missions inside of No Man's Sky are a little bit stale, to say the least. Anyway, that one is on my wish list, and it's a game that I'm thoroughly looking forward to. The next one, in the number 2 spot, I've actually put these in the order that I'm hoping to see them and play them and pick them up, is For the Stars. For the Stars! Here we go, let's bring that one up a little bit larger on screen. So this looks very much like No Man's Sky. Apart from it's got slightly more realistic-y type graphics. Let me just speed this on a little bit. It's got quite a nice title splash screen as well. But once you get in, I mean, that almost looks like a colossal archive, doesn't it? And then you sort of like build your city. I think this is maybe even at an isometric level, I don't know. But then after that, you move into the actual gameplay itself. If I can find some images of that, it looks freaking awesome. Now, there has been some beta test play of this, and although all this cinematics look really, really groovy, the actual gameplay of this game is a little bit more questionable. Let me see if I can find you some footage, because this is a lot of decent... This is actually a really good interview if I wasn't talking. Well, there you go. There you go. Here's some... But again, it's CGI footage. Let me find gameplay. Okay, here's a little bit of gameplay. And you can see there's quite a fair bit of pop in. The actual character animations themselves look a little bit not as polished as the CGI, obviously. But yeah, you don't see a great deal of gameplay, even in their latest video. But when you do see it, you kind of see how it's progressed and how it's developed. So it's still early game sort of footage. And a lot of it is placeholder content, and they do specify that. So it's an interesting one, though. I've got my eye on it. I mean, when I say it's an interesting one, it's got my number 2 spot, and it's got my number 2 spot for a good reason. It's got No Man's Sky vibes to it, and everybody knows how much I love No Man's Sky. The next one is called Guardians of the Wild Sky, and this has got a little bit of everything in it. This is crazy. If it's half as good as it looks, it's going to be a pretty interesting title. So, you know what? I'm going to shut up on this one and just turn the sound on. I was hoping I might have a little bit of talking, but it doesn't really. But you kind of get the idea. It almost looks a little bit like Power World in a roundabout way. It looks like it's got creature taming in it. You can even get the creatures to do a lot of your work for you. The building mechanic looks pretty free placed, and not only that, the buildings can frickin' move, hence why it's called Sky whatever. But yeah, this one looks interesting. Definitely got my eye on that one. So let's shrink that one back down and hit back and go back to my list. So that's Wild Sky, Guardians of the Wild Sky. Under a Rock, I've covered this a fair few times on my channel. And, you know, this is one that should be in early access right now. And I have applied for early access and registered my interest in it, but I haven't really heard anything back from them. Again, you've got a lot of full motion videos, CGI or whatever. The gameplay itself, there's a few gameplay videos out there. So gameplay, you can see here, is quite bright. It's very colourful, but it looks like it's going to be fun to traverse. I mean, the animations are a little bit stale, aren't they? You know, you'd think she'd be using both hands for a pickaxe, but you know, it is what it is. Again, but this is early access footage, so it's likely to improve, but it looks like you can navigate the oceans and things. Now, the idea of this is every single time you play, it's different. You end up in the time that, or the land that time forgot, or journey to the centre of the earth. You catalogue your creatures, catalogue your finds, take them back to the outer world, show them all your discoveries, and they fund your next sort of jaunt into this mysterious world. So hopefully it's going to be procedural, fun, and a different game each time you play. So that's the kind of draw to it. That's why I'm interested in it anyway. Yeah, the next one is a new one to this list, and it's called He-Man Dragon Pearl. Let me make this one full screen, and this time I'll just play the music.
It's mine! Not so fast, Skeletor. Whoa, what's happening? He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, Dragon Pearl of Destruction, coming soon to all platforms?
Yes, it's He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, Dragon Pearl of Destruction. Intense beat-em-up action that puts the power in your hands.
This is like Golden Axe.
Grab a friend and fight for Eternia with 4 playable heroes. Classic arcade controls. It's powered-up pixel perfection for your gaming console or personal computer. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, Dragon Pearl of Destruction, coming soon. From Limited Run Games.
Freaking awesome. I love that. And the fact that it's also coming to console, I mean, I've got the choice there whether I want to pick it up on PC or whether I want to grab it on PlayStation. But yeah, I will get to PlayStation and console games in a bit, but this is my list over here. Botrium of Light. Now, this looks like a medley of many different games all spliced together. I don't think there's a video here on Steam. However, you can find videos all over the place on this one. However, it's hit a little bit of controversy, this one. As you can see here, it's supposed to be released Q4 of 2027. That did say 2026, I'm fairly sure, but that one's been pushed back. And I think it's because there's been a little bit of controversy when it comes to legalities and things like that. So that one might have to go further down my list, considering that it's 2027. I'll put it all the way down there. Okay, so next one is Felt That Boxing. Now, if you're a fan of Punch-Out, I think you're going to really like the look of this one.
Fuzzy, the tournament of a million punches, you'll get yourself killed!
All right, you little sack of fuzzy shit. Show me what you got.
Sorry about the language.
What? If you're gonna be champ, we gotta transform you. Why are you even here? Die! Die!
Save us, Fuzzy, or we'll die.
Super punch.
Atta boy. Atta boy.
Go.
Eat bread, crap, burnt toast, carb load. This meat ain't gonna beat itself. I've been taking dumps in there all day. Jab,
Oh.
jab, jab.
Look at that. That's the gameplay. Felt that boxing. I think that is such a cool, novel idea. And I honestly can't wait to see more or play that. That looks awesome. Okay, chums, the last few on here, rather than show you the whole trailers and all that sort of stuff, I think I would just talk about them. So we've got Hawthorne here, which is quite a cozy sort of farming game with a bit of a story narrative. And then you've got Hella, which is also a cozy sort of adventure game. And I don't think it's got really too much base building, but it looks very whimsical as well. Both of these are very whimsical, Sylvanian-esque families, and I'm not super interested for them, but I'm keeping them on my radar. And then last one is Bonnie Bear Saves Frog Time, and this is freaking trippy as. And if you want to see more on Bonnie Bear Saves Frog Time, I've actually played the demo. And I actually thoroughly enjoyed it. I'll put a link up there so you can go and watch me play Bonnie Bear Saves Frog Time. And I am thinking about doing a playthrough of that one because it actually made me laugh out loud at times. So they're all my PC sort of games that I'm hoping to pick up. I mean, this one, Dragon He-Man, I might get it on my PlayStation because it does feel like it's more fitting for console. But anyway, let's jump on over to the Tinterweb, shall we, people? And let's have a look at what games I've got listed over there. Now, these are not, well, Enshrouded is listed on PC, but it's coming to PlayStation very soon.
I have seen prophecy, and it falls to you. This is the age of decay. This is the moment of awakening. This is the time for heroes to crack the earth, call fire from the sky, and claim the jewel of Ember Vale forever. To seize the land I could not tame, conquer your fear, forge your path, and strike at the fury of ancient malice. Immerse yourself in splendor. But do not trust in the deep. Pierce the shadows at your peril. And remember, the brighter the lure, the sharper the hook.
Let's go fishing!
The secrets of Vale Water will not surrender easily, for only the worthy can take back a kingdom. Flameborn, glory must be earned. Myth and legend must be built from ember to empire. Rise, ignite, and command the waters.
Enshrouded. Okay, now you can get this on PC, you can get it on Steam right now. And that was the latest update that adds in water. But this comes to consoles in spring. PlayStation, Xbox, and that's when I tend to pick it up. Once I've made all the controls and the UIs workable for Joypad, that's when I'm going to jump into this and bring it to my channel. And I'm also thinking hopefully I'll be able to play it with a couple of friends, because this one looks like something that you want to play with friends rather than solo. There is another game that was announced over on PlayStation 5 years ago, and I've heard that it's been 10 years in development. It's hit multiple snags. It's only by a small studio, but this one looks freaking intriguing and entertaining, to say the least. It looks lovely. Very whimsical. But the idea is you're like a monster hunter and paranormal investigator. You take on your missions and then away you go. Hunting these monsters and creatures, talking to locals, getting clues of what you need to do and where to go. It looks fantastical. And I think it's got a lot of whimsical charm to it. And it almost feels like mini England in a roundabout way, or someplace in Europe. It has that sort of feel to it. But not only that, it looks very much Zelda inspired. And not only that either, it looks like it's got elements of Shadow of the Colossus, the way that you can traverse on creatures and bring them down using different sort of aspects. It's got a medley of games spliced into this that just make it look like it's going to be epic fun. As a solo jaunt, yeah, but I think I could do a playthrough of that and thoroughly enjoy it. And I think people watching would enjoy it as well, because it looks like it's got a fantastical, whimsical tale tied into it. And I think with the way that I am as well, I think maybe it might add to it. So I'm really looking forward to that one. That one has been on my radar for such a long time, yet we haven't heard anything new about this for ages. So that one is very cool. Beyond Good and Evil 2. Oh God, this is so old. I don't think we're ever going to see this. As by Ubisoft, and you know, they've backed quite a fair few humdingers of games. I really don't understand why they didn't sort of like pursue this one. If I can get to some of the gameplay in this, I mean, it looks freaking fantastic. The city has got like this Hindi India inspiration. I better turn the sound down though, because I think that music's probably copyrighted. But it looks great, and a lot of this has all been like full motion video, granted. There is a couple of gameplay videos out there and they still look freaking bang on. They do look great. But that looks awesome because it's got like a little mini galaxy. It's got seamless space flight up into that galaxy. I mean, it's only got one little solar system that you play in, but it has loads of points of interest. It looks like it's got a fairly decent story. It's got a massive, great big fan base for Beyond Good and Evil, the first outing. I don't know what UBI are playing at, Ubisoft or whatever you want, how you pronounce it. I don't know what they're playing at, but this would have been a winner chicken dinner, I think, for them. But instead, they've done games like Skull and Bones. I mean, who plays that, you know? But anyway, on to another one. This is a Docker V. Now, the players, the people that make this are Pearl Abyss, I believe. And it looked really, really cool. It's like, yeah, Pearl Abyss. The people that are making like Crimson Desert. Now, I think this is copyrighted music, so I'll turn that down as well. But you play as like a youngster here, you know, you're an adolescent basically. Everybody, I think, is forced to play as a kid, which is going to be a bit weird, especially since I'm like in my close to death type age, you know, well, halfway there anyway. But it looks quite cool when it comes to world traversal. I mean, look how cool that looks. On push bikes, skateboards, roller boots. I used to play a game, it was called Sci-Fi Rush or something like that, where you're going around on roller boots and you spray paint in the town and stuff. It was really quite cool. It's got that sort of vibe to it. You can just sort of do a double jump. But this is like a creature gathering game, a little bit like Pokemon. And then you battle these creatures against each other's creatures. And the creatures look really absolutely cool. The effects look cool. The particle effects look awesome. The actual town and environments look great. The reaction from the other NPCs in the town look good as well. It just looks like it's got a good fun vibe about it. Is it something that I'll play a lot? No, but it's something that I think would be entertaining to at least do a little mini review of and a first impressions video. And it could be something that picks up a little bit of hype and grows. I think this is quite charming. I think it's got a lot of sort of nostalgia pulling vibes there as well. So that one was on my radar, but that one has disappeared. So all these games here that I've just shown you are kind of ones that disappeared off the radar, apart from Unshrouded. And that's kind of what I'm hoping to bring to my channel in 2026, people inside the Viewerverse. I was also thinking of maybe bringing in a couple of retro titles, things I used to play from time to time, but with all the sort of controversy around emulators, I don't know whether that's the best idea. And a lot of these things, you know, these sort of games I have owned in the past, but It's the past, you know. But anyway, people, that's my Captain Steve Plays content. When it comes to Captain Steve Vlogs, now you may know that I've invested in a condo in the Philippines, and one of mine and Ivy's life goals is to try and spend as much time in the Philippines as we do here in the UK. So Ivy gets to see her family a heck of a lot more. I mean, it is kind of a bit of a dream, but it's a dream that's a work in progress. And we're hoping to bring that to fruition, and we're hoping to make steps towards that inside of 2026. They're going to be small steps because we've got to wait till the condo is finished before we can make any larger steps and life-altering steps. But we have got some big milestones. We've got something that I want to announce perhaps in January of 2026. I can't say too much now, just in case it scuppers plans, but January, I think we might have a large announcement. So I'm very excited and I do want to share it. I'm not very good at keeping secrets, and this has been one of the hardest things for me to keep under wraps. So yeah, big announcement for Captain Steve Vlogs, hopefully come January, maybe February. My channel is almost at 60,000 subscribers. I do want to try and do something special for that, but I still haven't worked out exactly what to do for that. Because, you know, doing base tours and Corvette showcases and things like that inside No Man's Sky right now is extremely difficult. If you saw my Halloween episodes, you'd know why. If you haven't seen my episodes of Halloween, I put a link up there. You can go watch the playlist of the Halloween builds and you'll see what sort of things that I was up against. So yeah, for that I've put a little bit of a pause on. I haven't said that I'm never doing them again. I just want Hello Games to put a little bit more polish, a little bit more tweaking around base rendering, and I'll probably be bringing that back to the channel, hopefully in 2026. When it comes to Captain Steve Talks, I never know what I'm going to talk about. It's whatever I see on the internet or a show that I've watched that I think should come to your attention for good or bad. I just been watching one called Lazarus, and I've been really enjoying that. I binge watched it. I've only got one episode left to watch. When I finish watching Lazarus, it's on Amazon Prime if you want to give it a look. But yeah, I'll probably do a review of that in the next week or so. So that's not 2026, but it gives you an idea of what I do. In fact, I did one on The Witcher seasons 1 all the way through to 4. And my analysis. So if you're interested in The Witcher or not, hit that video up, because I tell you good reason to be interested and good reason not to be interested, and you can make your own decision. And that's kind of what my channel is about. Although I do reviews and I give my own score, I also do put caveats in there that I am not everyone and I am not a specialist or an expert at this stuff. It is just an opinion that you might have with a friend at a pub, you know. And that's what my channel is all about. It's trying to make people smile and entertain people. And if you've come here and you have smiled during this video, hit the subscribe, because that's my aim, to entertain, to put a smile on your face. And until next time, people, goodbye, and goodbye again. And yeah, really looking forward to 2026. Cheerio.